What is enlightenment? Enlightenment is one of the worst ideas of modern philosophy. And in fact, if you follow this idea, you will end up confused and in the dark. And this is exactly what we see in our culture today, where so many people are disoriented and have unclear thinking. The clearest expression of the Enlightenment comes from the famous philosopher Immanuel Kant in his essay, What is Enlightenment? According to Kant, enlightenment is man's emergence from his self-incurred immaturity. Immaturity is the inability to use one's own understanding without the guidance of another. The motto of enlightenment is therefore, dare to think. Have courage to use your own understanding. Kant goes on to apply this idea to religion and says that a lack of enlightenment in religious matters is pernicious and dishonorable. Now, obviously, enlightenment sounds like a good idea. No one should desire to be ignorant and uninformed. And it's important to grow in our thinking and intellectual maturity. But what Kant is saying is obviously false and clearly dangerous. What Kant is telling us is the opposite of what we should all know from our own experience about learning and wisdom. In most cases, in order to learn something serious and difficult, we need to have reliable and sound guides. We need credible authorities and sound traditions. And this is especially true if we want to grow in understanding and wisdom. Simply put, Kant has it totally backwards. We need guides to our thinking. If you are sick, would you go to the doctor or just anyone you meet on the street? Of course not. If you want to learn a difficult academic subject, do you consult the neophyte or an accomplished scholar? If you want to grow in maturity, do you consult the immature or the responsible and accomplished? Whether we're talking about health, education, or personal growth, we need to be guided by others. Unfortunately, when you look at the modern world today, we see so much confusion and so many lost people. From abortion to rampant divorce and suicide rates, we see a world that is in the dark and disoriented. One of the primary reasons for this is we've listened to philosophers like Immanuel Kant. We've turned our back on the path of wisdom. In our arrogance and hubris, we've neglected the true sources of wisdom. What we need to do is return to the time-tested wisdom of the church, the saints, and the great philosophers. And we need to encourage others to do so as well. At Catholic Studies Academy, we're going to give students the opportunity to learn the wisdom from the great philosophers in a flexible and affordable way. I hope that you'll give us the opportunity to serve you and contribute to your intellectual growth. God bless.